Good morning, great Indians. This is the second class of our polynomials chapter. In the previous class, we have studied what is polynomial. Polynomial is an algebraic expression consisting of the whole numbers whose power is always a whole number, and the algebraic expressions are formed by the combinations of the variable and the constant, which we have already discussed in our previous class. Let's take an example so that we will revise the previous topic. Let us take the algebraic expression 4x plus 3y plus 6. How many terms are there? 3 terms are there, and it is an algebraic expression, that's why it is a polynomial. We have discussed about the variables and the constant and the coefficients. How many terms are there? 4x is the first term, 3y is the second term, and third is a constant. In the first term 4x, what is the coefficient? As I have already discussed with you, that the coefficient is always the multiplier of the variable. So what is the multiplier of the x variable 4? What is the multiplier of the y variable 3? So coefficients are nothing but the multiplier of the variables. So this is an algebraic expression consisting of 3 terms, and every term is having the variable and the coefficient. And this is all we have discussed in the previous class, that the polynomials are nothing but the algebraic expression whose exponent is always the whole number. If the exponent, that is power, is the negative number, then it is not a polynomial. We have studied in the different examples that the polynomials are nothing but the algebraic expression that consists of the exponent is always the whole number. So today we will learn some different topic, that is a classification of the polynomial. As we have already discussed that the polynomial may consist of 1 term, 2 term, 3 terms and so on. So today we will learn the classification of the polynomial based on the number of the terms. Let's look here. You can see here, these are the examples given in the table. As this polynomial consists of the 1 term, how many terms are there? 1 term is there, so that's why this polynomial is called as a monomial. In the second example, how many terms are there? 2 terms are there. So how many terms are there? 2 terms are there. That's why this polynomial is named as a binomial. In the third example, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 terms are there. That's why this polynomial is called as a trinomial. In the next example, only single constant number is there, that is 6. So the question arises that is it a polynomial or not? Yes, of course it is a polynomial, because 6 can be written as a 6 into x power 0. Okay. So I have explained you that the 6 constant number is also a polynomial, because 6 can be written as 6 into x power 0. We have already learned in the previous class that the anything power 0 is always the 1. So if we multiply 1 with the any constant number, it remains the same. So now this polynomial, this algebraic expression has the variable also, coefficient also, that's why it is a polynomial. But this polynomial is called as a constant polynomial. So 6 is a constant number, and it is a polynomial, and that polynomial is called as a constant polynomial. Similarly, 0 is also a polynomial, and the name of the 0 is the 0 polynomial. So in this way, depending on the number of the terms, if 1 term is there, then it is a monomial. If 2 terms are there, then it is called as a binomial. If 3 terms are there, then it is called as a trinomial. If a constant number, if any constant number is there, its polynomial is named as the constant polynomial, and if 0 is there, then its polynomial is called as a 0 polynomial. Now another topic is the degree of the polynomial. How we define a degree? For defining the degree, let's take an example: x square plus x plus 7. Okay, so notice what is the power of the variable 2, and the power of this variable is 1. So what is the maximum, what is the highest power in this polynomial? 2. So that's why the highest power is 2, that's why the degree is 2. Let's take an example here: x power 4 plus x power 3 plus 2. Okay, here the highest power of the variable is 4, another variable power is 3, but the highest power is 4. As here the highest power is 4, so the degree is 4. Okay, so what we have observed that for degree we have to calculate, we have to remember the highest power. So degree can be defined as the highest exponent. Exponent is nothing but the power. The highest exponent in a polynomial is also called as a degree of the polynomial. If you want to find the degree, then you have to. So now we classify the polynomial based on the degree. Earlier also we have classified the polynomial on the basis of the number of the terms. Now we have to classify the polynomial based on the degree. Okay, let's take an example here. Example number 1, that is a 4. 4 is a constant polynomial whose degree is 0. That's why this polynomial is called as a constant polynomial. Here degree is 1 because maximum power, highest power is 1. As the degree is 1, it is named as a linear polynomial. Okay. Now in this example, x square plus x plus 2. Here what is the highest power of x? 2 is the highest power, so the degree is 2. That's why this polynomial is called as a quadratic polynomial. In this example, x cube plus 2x plus 1, here the highest power of the variable is 3, that's why the degree is 3, that's why it is named as the cubic polynomial. So we have classified the polynomial on the basis of the degree. If the degree is 0, then it is called as a constant polynomial. If the degree is 1, it is called as a linear polynomial. If the degree is 2, it is called as a quadratic polynomial. If the degree is 3, it is called as a cubic polynomial. And if the degree is 4, then it is called as a biquadratic polynomial. Okay, but basically you have to remember all this name of the polynomial. If the degree is 0, constant, 1 is there, linear polynomial. If the degree is 2, it is called as a quadratic. If the degree is 3, it is called as a cubic polynomial. So this is how we find it, how we classify the polynomial based on the degree. So this is what we have learned in the today's session. Classification of the polynomial. Generally the polynomials are classified on the number of the terms and on the basis of the degree. On the number of the terms, the polynomials are classified as a monomial, binomial, trinomial and so on. On the basis of the degree, it is classified as a linear, quadratic, cubic and so on. So polynomials are classified on the basis of the number of the terms and on the basis of the degree. So students, I think that this topic is clear to you, and I have attached some homework for you, okay, in this video. So I hope you will do it at your home. Okay, thank you.